What's up? What's up? Love and light, peace and blessings, family. It is me, your girl, Catalina, coming at you guys live and direct. So today we're gonna be doing this just a little bit differently, okay? We do not have a special guest. I want my special guest to be you guys, okay? To be the black brothers out there. So if you are listening right now, so, all my black brothers, this is in celebration to you guys tonight. I want y'all to call in. The link is also in the description to call into the Streamyard. You don't have to show your face if you don't want to. You only can if you don't want to show your face, you can enact just a voice. If you do want to show your face, that's cool. You can show the camera. Hey, Ebony, you can show the camera, all of that. But this series is going to be in celebration to you. I want you guys to call in and let everybody know, like, what are some of the things that y'all have faced and have dealt with being a black man, okay? With being a black man. What are some of the issues y'all done had? And what are some of the obstacles, hey Judge Sonia, and what are some of the obstacles that you guys have overcame to be successful, okay? Because I know it's a lot of y'all who go through things out there. And this series has been kind of a little difficult to me, y'all. It's been kind of difficult just basically getting black men on just to talk about themselves. I know y'all seen me like posting about it, but it has not been an easy journey, okay? And what's up, Bang Bang Nova? And I just want to celebrate y'all. Like, I really do. I want to celebrate you guys. I want to celebrate your accomplishments. I want to talk about you. I want to talk about the issues that you guys have as black men in the black community. We all see the stories every single day. We see the headlines. We see all of the, hey, Yakima, we see all of the different things, on TV and all that stuff. But who better to tell the story than you guys? You know what I mean? So please make sure y'all click that link. Come on through. Talk to your girl. What's up, Antoine? How you doing? I'm good, love. Talk to your girl and let's just dialogue. We just kicking it. We just chilling. We just having regular conversation, you guys. Y'all do not have to show your face, you know. And I'm just letting y'all come. I was like a little skep because I was like, oh shit, people not gonna show. Because man, you guys are the hardest people to get to talk about themselves. I swear. I swear it is. It's not easy, okay? So I just want to celebrate y'all. That's all I want to do. Y'all can come through. Come talk to your girl. Let's have some dialogue. Let's have some conversation. And that's about it. I'm sitting here sipping my little bubbly, and I'm waiting for y'all. What's up, Yakima? How you doing? How you doing, y'all? Y'all see this? Y'all see? I told y'all it's hard. It's hard getting brothers on here to talk about themselves. It's not easy, and I thought I'd get cute for y'all today too. Hey, I was trying to do it. I was trying to do it, Ebony and Yakima. I was trying to look cute. You know what I mean? I was trying to look cute for the brothers. Peace, how you doing? So that's all we doing, y'all. We just talking. Make sure y'all click that link, come through. Share some of your stories with me. Girl, I'm always sipping on some. Shit, why not? This is after work hours, Ebony. This is after work hours, okay? Shoot. Thank you, Antor. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I'll be trying. I'll be trying, My Carmen San Diego hat. Why does everybody keep saying that? Hey, this is another hat. This is a different hat, y'all. This was the black one right here. Look, this was the black one. That was the black one. We had to step out in the black one with the all black brim. You know, I want the one with the red at the bottom though. I want the one with the red at the bottom. I've been looking for those. Let me know if you can find that one. He said he's saying it right. Look, so fellas, come through. Where y'all at? It's been 5 minutes and none of y'all not talking to me yet. You see this shit? You see what I gotta go through? Y'all see what I gotta go through? This is why I just said, this last slot, we just gonna wing it and we just gonna talk because I'm telling you, it was not easy. Oh, you like the black one? Well, thank you. Thank you, Ebony. Your girl was trying. She was trying to, step up a little classy class. But yeah, no, it's hard. Like my last slide, y'all, it's just not, it just has not been easy trying to get black men to come and talk about themselves. You should be live on right now. Also IG. Oh, I can't go live on IG and be on YouTube and Facebook at the same time. IG does not have those streaming capabilities as of yet. I wish that they did, but they don't. So I can be live on YouTube and Facebook simultaneously, which is, pretty dope. I like that fact. I like that fact. But anyway, so since you brothers don't want to come through and talk about yourself, I'm gonna talk about y'all on my own. Cause y'all, I really did I think I contacted at least. I want to say I contacted at least 100 brothers. Literally, my notebook is over there. I literally contacted, did my research, and I contacted 100 dudes, 100 black men who I knew that were successful, that were doing their thing, and that I could have interviews with. As you guys can see, I only was able to interview 3 because nobody wanted to come on and talk about themselves. Nobody wanted to talk about their journey. Nobody wanted to talk about themselves at all. You said what? Going to Gone Cheap when I don't know what you're talking about, Judge Sonia. But yeah, so nobody did. So here we are today having a free for all, and so I was hoping that I could get 4 to 5 brothers to come on and just have some casual conversation about the stuff y'all go through, what y'all doing, y'all current projects, love, life, family, all that stuff. I was hoping, to get y'all to call in, but it don't look like y'all gonna do it. It don't look like they gonna do it. Cheaper phone, another one. Oh, another phone. I actually got an iPad over there, but I don't even know if my iPad is hooked up to Instagram. I have no idea. Braille, go get my iPad right there. I don't know what. Wipe your hands. But yeah, so I don't know. We'll see. But anyways. Yep, this is exactly why I was gonna cancel this. This is exactly why, y'all. I was just gonna be like, fuck it, I'm gonna cancel it. Forget it. Ladies, if y'all wanna call in and talk about y'all brothers, y'all can. Cause they sure ain't doing it. They not having it. They not having it. I swear, this is crazy. I could talk about everything with the brothers. I could get the brothers to come on and talk about sex. I could get the brothers to come on and just talk about whatever. But trying to get the brothers to talk about themselves, they not fucking with me. They not fucking with me. I seem to have, I have a lot of IG followers, to be honest. But it's easy. So Judge Sonia, to get my IG followers. I got a lot of IG followers and a lot of Facebook followers. But see, the point is to try to get, my YouTube channel popping. So, that's pretty much the point of this whole thing. The YouTube channel. I've been hey y'all over there in IG world. Why don't y'all come on over to YouTube, and we're talking to the brothers. We're trying to get you brothers to come on and talk about yourself, talk about your accomplishments, talk about who you are, all the things that y'all go through. We over here on YouTube right now. I decided to come on live on my iPad because Judge Sonia told me to come on live. So that's what we doing. Oh shoot, look. My iPad done froze, y'all. Y'all can see me. Hey y'all. iPad freezing. But anyways, so make sure y'all come on through to YouTube, brothers. We trying to get y'all over here. I'm talking to the ladies, but y'all not doing it. Y'all don't want to talk about yourself. Look, nobody. Crickets. But anyway, so yeah, so I don't know. I don't think this is going to be a very long stream. Because the brothers is leaving me hanging right now, y'all. You on your way? Okay, Studi. Studi said he coming through, y'all. Studi coming. Y'all, Studi coming. Thank you, Studi. You can talk about yourself today. Click the link, Studi. Click the Streamyard link. It's right there for you. Okay? All you gotta do is go to my, what do you call it? What do I call it, y'all? My description box. And look at my link in my description box. And it's the very first link to get and join into the conversation. Okay? That's all you gotta do. Just click that link, copy paste, brothers, and join the conversation. Cause y'all tripping. Okay? This has not been an easy task. Y'all listen, just Sonia, Ebony, everybody who's over here. I literally hit up 100 black men to interview them. And out of 100 black men, only 3 accepted the interview. Only 3. But y'all be talking about the sisters don't show you no love. People don't show black men love. Y'all be saying we don't got love for y'all. We celebrate black women, and I'm trying to celebrate y'all brothers. And y'all tripping. You said you tried. How you try? You have to do it in Safari. You have to do it in Safari, Zadon. You can't do it in Chrome. Judge Sonia, the link is in the description bar. You can paste it, you can copy and paste it. It's in the description bar on YouTube and on everywhere it's in the description bar. And if you guys are on my Instagram, all you have to do is go into my link tree, and it's the very first link at the top. It's the very first link at the top. Okay? I can't pin it. Hold on, let's see. I don't think I can pin it though. If you post it, I can pin it. Let me see if I can pin it. Let's see. If you post it, I can pin it. Okay, who is this? Is this Study? We got some. Woo! We got some.
What's good with it?
We got a brother.
How you
Hey,
doing?
how you doing?
I'm all right. I can't complain.
Okay, so thank you for joining us. Thank
Mm-hmm.
you. I appreciate it. We finally got one in here, y'all.
Indeed.
So let's talk about what are some of the things that you feel like black men go through, in order to be successful.
Well, for one, I want to say thank you for having this platform. I'm a fan of yours. I've been watching some of your polygamy series and all that. Big fan.
Thank
Um,
you.
I think one of the things that we go through being trying to be successful is kind of navigating through disrespect, especially when you're not the boss of the situation. I think that it's a lot of plays on your ego and you get tried. And, the ultimate goal is what? Money, recognition, a foundation. But I feel like as a man, one of the biggest obstacles is navigating through that disrespect that you can get, you know.
Yeah, because I don't know if you watched like the last couple interviews that I did where I was, celebrating black men. And something that stood out in two of those interviews was the fact that, even though they had, were very educated, were very smart, had, successful parents who were actually in their life. It was a lot of like teachers and coaches and things like that who were not
Mhm.
black people that were basically trying to, stifle their growth and stunt
Facts.
their growth and take away their confidence, their critical thinking skills, their imagination, you know?
And we don't have, and like, and I'll say this, like this generation right here, we're lucky that we have the internet because we have people like, I ain't trying to name drop, but we got people like Young Pharaoh, Ace Heru, all
Hi
those
guys,
types
those
of
are my
people.
boys. You know those
Yeah,
are my
yeah.
boys.
We got people like that now, but
Hello.
growing up, a lot of the adults, especially I'm sorry, black males, were jealous of some of the attributes that us younger guys have shown because they see something in us that they couldn't put out for themselves. So it's a lot of kind of even like okay, because like for those who don't know, I'm Studio Two Groovy of Who Asked You podcast, and a lot of the backlash that I got for my lectures and the information I put out was from older black males because it's like, how dare you do something that I couldn't do, you know?
That
So
they could be doing, but the thing about it is, I feel like a lot of older black men need to understand that just because younger black men are doing things differently, they're reaching younger black people. You know
hmm
what I'm saying? So it's like you may not, older black men may not understand the methods or the way that you do it, but it's getting done and it's getting done in a good way where younger people can actually receive it. So I think older people need to have an open mind and stop like stepping on younger black people's neck. I mean, I'm older. I'm 40 years old, even though I look younger. And I'm all for it. I'm very open minded. And I think that you guys are the future, you know?
yeah, I appreciate that because honestly, I would have guessed like late 20s, early 30s. To be honest with you, I wouldn't have thought 40. So
Thank
whatever you're
you.
doing, keep doing it. But
Thank you.
yeah,
Massa, what you got to say, Mastermind?
What I just say about what?
Did you forget that what this is about? We celebrating black men. You supposed to be chiming in on the conversation.
Oh yeah. But when I came in, I heard Young Pharaoh in general say shout out to the teachers, the lecturers. Facts. That's what it's like for me over here. I'm a 5%er. I'm in New York. This is where the 5%ers began.
I can't
I'm
hear
over here
you. What you
building
say?
with.
I can't hear you.
I said I'm in New York, and this is where the 5%ers began. So I
Oh
build
yeah,
with the
that's
knowledge
true.
of lecturers and from my own research. You know, definitely from reading books though. That's where I get a lot of my knowledge. But a lot of my life is knowledge that we get from our people, from our peers
Can y'all hear
from
him or
our
is it just me?
teachers.
We can't hear you.
I can barely hear him.
Okay.
I don't know.
Now I can hear you. It seemed like you was talking away from the camera. Now I can
Maybe I
hear
should
you.
take my headphones off.
Can I add something too while he's getting his sound right?
Yeah, go ahead.
I feel like our generation is also setting the precedent because we don't really have like the generation before us didn't do this what we're doing now.
Well, the
So
generation before you guys is my generation, and we had we had a lot of we had a lot of talkers and a lot of teachers, but not enough doers. You get what I mean? So while we were like talking and teaching or just trying to figure it out, sometimes it's not our fault because you got to understand my generation, right? The generation before my generation, what happened to them? What happened was they got their neck stepped on. A lot of them got murdered, which would be
Yeah.
my mother's generation. So a lot of them got murdered. They got a muzzle put over their mouth. You got your Asada Shakurs. You got all of these, all of these different activists that we had that basically got stifled, you know? So then when it's coming into my generation, right? Hey, Keena, when it's coming into my generation, a lot of us was too afraid to actually do the work. So what do? We taught and we talked, but there was no action. You know what I mean?
So what do you so in your opinion, why do you because actually to me the danger is even more these days because we getting tracked. You know what I'm saying? So what do you think is the difference between us and your generation like taking that risk, I guess?
Well, I think right now younger people are more tired and they're not as afraid as our generation is. They're not as afraid. Like you guys are seeing, regular people get murdered and having police brutality. You're seeing regular people. You're also seeing like rappers and things like that, but they're pretty much regular people. But what you guys are not seeing is your strong black leaders being blatantly murdered in front of your face. So you're not seeing those things because we don't have any strong black leaders anymore.
That's facts. Yeah.
And because of that, now you're seeing a lot of strong black leaders rising up. Like you got your Young Pharaoh, you know what I mean? And you got your Dane Callaways who are actually rising up and talking and speaking, but you don't see them out here flashy and being all out in the public because they're watching. They watch what happened with their ancestors. You get
Yeah,
what I
that's
mean?
facts. That's facts.
So they're not moving like that. They moving on a whole different frequency. And then also, this is what I want a lot of black men, because right now we need you guys. We need black men more than ever. Black women, we have been doing a lot of fucking work, and sometimes I like to joke and I like to say, black women are harder than black men. It's just a joke, but kind of it's true. Because you got to think about it. When you're looking at all these protests, who do you see the most?
Yeah, it's black women on the front lines for real.
When you go to church, who do you see the most? Black women. When you're looking in a mosque, you see more black women in the Muslim mosque than you see black men. So black women are putting in the work. But I think black men are more so focused on getting them dollars nowadays because, this country has stifled so many black men. And we're seeing a lot of black women being more economically successful than black men because that's the way that the country made it a long time ago when they took black men out of the homes. Right?
It is a breath of fresh air to hear a black woman admit that because
It's facts.
it's hard for some black women to admit that fact that we've literally lost our purpose, essentially, because y'all don't need us as providers anymore in the monetarily sense. And how do you need us for protection if you can call 911? So where
Right.
do we fit in? I do feel like, even as myself, try to figure out, okay, where do I fit in a black woman's life? Like how can I be deemed worthy, and what's that position look like these days? You know, like what is actually a protector these days? If she can call 911 and she make more money, you know?
Or like me, you got a couple Glocks and you ready.
Indeed, indeed.
Oh,
But
okay.
I
So
will say this though.
Keena says this. What do you think about this? Keena says that she feels like black men mostly trying to see how much pussy they can get because they feel that's being the man.
Uh College maybe, high school maybe, but actual man, I don't think. Like, I don't wake up in the morning and say, how much pussy can I get today? Like, that's not realistic. That's
But
not.
that's you. Let me tell y'all something that's been happening with me, yo. Okay? I didn't, I keep telling y'all I'm happy being by myself. I'm happy alone. But I actually been trying to date. Like, I actually been dating. I actually went on a couple dates. You know what I mean? And I want to say every single date that I've been on, the men were trying to fuck me.
This is a fast-paced society. I mean, I get it. I get it, but like,
And these are not no young men. These are like 40-something-year-old men. And this is why I tend to date younger men. Because when I try to date older men, this is the problem I have with them.
so do you think like they're like way too horny to be trying to talk to you? Is that what it is, or is it just
Absolutely.
a sexual attraction? And because
Absolutely.
some
I can do
some dudes
something
do
as
feel
simple as,
entitled to the box. Some dudes feel entitled to get the yoni
listen,
after a date.
I feel like the number one issue, right, that black men say is that black women do not know how to be feminine. They don't know how to be sweet. They don't know how to be kind. They always got their guard up, right? So then when I go on these dates, I'm sweet. I'm feminine. I'm calling you sweetie. I'm being soft, right? But automatically, all of a sudden, that's taken as a sexual innuendo.
I'll give you two reasons why. For one, we just admitted that we don't have any real, y'all really don't have a reason to be with us other than wanting masculine energy. So we feel like, okay, I don't make more than her, you know, so let me at least put it down. Like, I know I can do that. Like,
I ain't making
I,
shit right now.
I'm just saying, like,
I
that's
ain't
what
making a
men.
motherfucking thing right now. It's COVID.
They don't know that.
Y'all could have asked me that shit last year when I was making real money. This year, hell no.
But that's
But
what
go
they
ahead.
think, and like a lot of men feel like that is their only value right now. Is, you know, is to put the masculine energy on. And I know that's not fair to y'all because y'all not like just sex objects, and sex is more ritualistic than people understand, and it's actually swapping DNA and energy and actually combining two entities together. But men ain't thinking about that. They like, I'm trying to put it down to show her that I am a man, you know?
Listen, I ain't had sex in forever. Okay? I ain't gonna lie. Ain't nobody got this pussy. Cause
See, and you
ain't
saying that, that's
nobody
gonna
been
make the
worth it.
next
Ain't
that's gonna
nobody
make
been
the
worth it, damn it.
that's gonna make the next man try even harder. Like,
Ain't
oh, she
nobody,
ain't had
I'm
it in
not
a
giving
while.
it up. If you ain't worth it, trust me, this shit is amazing. And I ain't just giving it up to just anybody. I'm gonna snatch your soul.
I feel that.
What you say? Just so I'm just being honest. Shit. I'm not even on the subject and they talking about it. I'm like, what? You want to fuck? We don't even know each other. That's right, Keena. Do you know my date the other day? I got a dick pic talking about this how big it is.
Yeah, that's wild. Unsolicited penis pics is a no go on any level. Like you don't do
I ain't
that.
gonna lie, he had a big dick, but I wasn't impressed.
Okay, I ain't trying to get in your business, but what it take for you? Because women vary, so we as men we don't know. So like, what's the criteria?
It has to be like a strong mental. You have to get my mind first. You got to get my mind. You got to be a actions kind of guy.
Right.
I don't want you to just sit here and talk about what you gonna do all goddamn day. Show me. You say you a good father. Show me you a good father. You say you know how to treat a woman. Show me you know how to treat a woman. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've noticed that actually, sapiosexuality is actually like growing for real. People want to be stimulated mentally first
What is a
because the sexual
sapiosexual?
attraction. As soon as you see somebody, you know that you would or would not. So that's not even So
Mastermind, a sapiosexual is somebody that is attracted to the mind, intellectual conversation, learning, mental stimulation. That's a sapiosexual.
yeah.
Got you.
And some people really don't got shit to talk about. For real, some people just be like, you look good. You want me to buy you a drink?
Yeah, that
Here
nigga
we
was
go.
boring as hell, y'all. I was like, God damn, I'm bored.
See, but y'all a new breed though. It's like it's just a different. Y'all know that okay, women adapt and evolve faster than men. We know that. So we playing catch up. Men, not all men, but just men in general. We are catching. We was just learning in high school about like twerking, excuse my language, bad bees, all that stuff. And now that we older, we like, oh, they don't actually like that. So now we got to kind of reconfigure even what a woman is to us. And I'm just saying this in general. Not all men are like slow and don't understand what's going on, but a lot of the average man is still looking at Sukiyana and other chicks like that. We still fantasizing about Lil Kim. Like that's the type of mindset the average man is on.
But the
Unfortunately,
thing about it, in reality, like y'all, black men be praising all of these women who fake it. Most of the women y'all see who got flat stomachs, thick ass booties, flat ass, all this stuff. Most of those women did liposuction. Most of those women got their butt done. And then y'all sitting over here looking at women like me who is all natural. Baby, my titties sag when I take my bra off because I'm 40. I got stretch marks on my stomach in a couple rows. Okay? And if I don't go to the gym, my ass is not going to be plump. Sorry, it's just not going to happen.
hey,
So
I tell my God this all the
don't
time.
sit here,
Stretch marks is sexy to me. So
don't sit here and look bad at me because I'm not looking like these fake bitches. Sorry, I'm not them. I'm real. I'm 100% real. I done had 5 babies. I done paid my dues. I done did everything that I need to do in life as far as raising kids, giving back to the community, all of that stuff. Love me for me. Love me for me because I'm going to hold you down.
men don't really love themselves though.
That's
A
facts.
lot of men don't even know what loving thyself actually is. So that's kind of You know, a lot of grown men still trying to figure stuff out they should have known in high school about themselves.
I had dudes who was like really, you know, that were really feeling me. I was really feeling, okay? I even have one that I actually loved. I really did love this man. And he was so busy looking at my physical body because it wasn't perfect and it didn't fit into his mold of what he wanted his woman to be like, that now his ass is miserable and lonely and going through a whole bunch of bitches with fat asses and big titties who ain't got no fucking substance.
And that's what he wanted. So that's what he manifested. That's his fault.
Who don't know how to grow a bank account, who don't know how to grow a business, who probably ain't even gonna suck your dick right and snatch your soul, who not gonna cook your food, who not gonna earn your clothes, who not gonna study with you, read with you, learn with you. You just got an airhead ass bitch and you mad. Now you mad.
Does he hit you up from time to time?
He hit me up. He hit me up. He hit me up mad.
I'm not trying to be funny, but Lost
He hit me
Dogs
up
always
mad
come
because I
home.
blocked him on social media.
Sheesh.
Yes, he did.
Hey, next time I guess be on your shit. I don't know.
Look. Or you got I have one too, another ex that now after he done went through all of his fake bitches, lived that life, now he like, oh Catalina, I fucked up. Can I come back? No.
Sheesh.
I'm good.
I don't know why people do that. Like, you got the person right there. Like, just people never just stop to think like, do I really want to let this go for something that's just easy? Like that's the issue. We live in an instant
Oh shit.
we live in an instant gratification society. And so whenever somebody says slow down, let's take our time, let's relearn and unlearn some things, then they start getting antsy and getting scared, and they're like, no, I need this right now. I need it right. I need perfection right now. And that's the issue. I think that's why a lot of people are single, because there's no instant gratification in a lasting relationship. Like, there's going to be boring days. There's going to be days where you're not attracted to him or her. There's going to be days where y'all arguing, and days where y'all want to not give each other any space, and days when y'all be like, get the fuck away from me. I don't want to talk to you right now. Like,
That's true,
things
Yakima.
change. So
That's true, Yakima. You can't love on others if you don't love self.
I don't know about all that.
You can't.
What'd you say,
I
Master?
said I don't know about all that. But when he said we live in a world of immediate gratification, though, I think that's really true. But I think it's bigger than just, if I sell some crack right now, I get, let's just say, $10 right now. A phone is immediate gratification. They say Google it. They're saying that you can obtain knowledge in 2 seconds.
Facts.
So it's like different levels of that immediate gratification. I think that's interesting that he said that, though, because it taught me, there's different examples than just drug deal.
You know what, Pharaoh? Me and him had this long conversation, and that's definitely one of the things that we were talking about. Because I was asking, I was like, Pharaoh, like, it's not that I can't get a man, it's that I'm not getting the type of caliber of a man that I know I deserve.
do you think you're being too picky?
No, I'm not talking about finances. I'm not being picky with your money. I'm not being picky with any of that. I'm being picky with your heart. I'm being picky with your soul. I'm being picky with your intentions. I'm being picky with what you can manifest with me. Because if I don't see you manifesting nothing for yourself, then how do I feel like you can lead me as a man? I don't want to be independent. I don't. That's never been my thing. I am forced to be independent because I learned that giving that man who is not ready to lead that position has actually set me back 10 years. 10 years that I can never get back by giving somebody that should not have had that position in the first place. So you damn skippy, I'm being picky when it comes to that.
No, I definitely understand that, and you're smart when you see the signs that it's not going to work. And because a lot of people, men and women, try to change people or try to be like, okay, if I show them a better way, they'll get onto the program. But really, what people first show you is probably who they are.
Who they are.
And the older you get, the more that rings true because you've had all this time to develop. Like, isn't it by the time you're 40, you're the person that you are? Like, you've
No.
had enough
Well,
experience to.
you can say that to people who are not like me. And what I
You
mean
feel
by
like you're ever evolving.
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like who I am at 40 right now, I know I'm not going to be this person when I'm 50. You get what I mean?
Yeah, but I'm saying the core of. Do you think the core of yourself has changed though?
A whole bunch.
Okay, can you give me? I'm just asking you. Can you give me an example?
The core of myself. Okay, here's an example. He probably go, okay, Keena, he probably gonna kill me for saying this, but I don't care. Here's my example, which is why I really love my best friend. Like, I love Pharaoh. He's my best friend. I also love my female best friend, Lynn, because these two people have such a strong impact on my life just from conversation. And he's younger than me. Pharaoh's younger than me. Lynn is way older than me. So I get that wisdom. But Pharaoh had this conversation with me. I want to say, how long have I been in touch with you? I want to say 6 months ago, right? And I have been fucking up. He didn't tell me I was fucking up, but you know how somebody has a way of bringing you back to a certain level, a certain thought level.
In only a Virgo way, and the only way a Virgo can. Yeah.
So we were having this conversation. It was 2 hours long, and something just clicked out in my mind, and I haven't been the same since. I I literally went to a whole nother level. I was spiritually, mentally. It was just something he said. It was like, you know how you be right there on the tip of a breakthrough, but you don't know how to articulate it, and you don't know how to change that. But he said something to me that changed my whole life. And it just took me to a whole nother level of understanding of how I see people, you know? And we were talking about the fact that he doesn't see people as physical beings anymore.
Right.
He only looks at the heart and the soul of people, right? So whereas other people are looking at you or your appearance on the outside, probably what you say or what you do or whatever, he's going even deeper and he's looking at you like a spirit and a soul, right? And he's seeing if your frequency is in alignment with his frequency. And if it's not, then he can't fuck with you. Period. And see, my issue that I was having was that I was trying to see the good in people, even when their hearts and their souls and their spirits was fucked up. And I was still allowing certain people to still be close to me because and all they were doing was draining my energy. So once we had that, it was way more deep. Like this conversation was deep as fuck. Like I can't even tell you all the shit because that's my friend. But when he said that to me, it was like click, a button in a button in my mind went off, and it was like I ain't fucking with you no more. if
And
you
can I
ain't
say this?
if you ain't that, I'm not fucking with you. Period.
A lot of people always ask me, bro, how did you get cool with Pharaoh? Blah, 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 Pharaoh. And there's your answer right there. I'll be trying to tell people, like, he fuck with who he fuck with. Like, I'm not the liaison to him. Our relationship is whatever. His relationship with somebody else is whatever. Like, there is no key to being a real person. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just are. So, for everybody who keeps asking me that, this goddess right here just gave you the key. Like, so stop asking me.
So yeah, so that was just one of the things like that really, that really just changed my whole perspective. And it just took me to a whole nother level. And I just felt like every single time I'm growing, you know, I'm just growing. And my friend Lynn too. Me and her have had several conversations where sometimes I feel like she repeating herself for the last 2 years to me. And then one day she says the same thing but says it differently.
Mm-hmm.
And then boom, it just clicks. And it just takes me to a whole nother level in my life.
So, do you think our lives is very, like, kind of too fast paced to have those type of eureka moments? You know,
Yes.
because things are constantly moving, especially as a man, you got all these pressures to be everything. Like, I think women put a lot of, well, how can I say this without being offensive? Women put a lot of burdens that men should be carrying on their backs, if
Yes.
that
You're
makes
right.
sense. And so men have a lot of holes that we need to fill that we've been slacking on. So there's
Okay, so
like
what's the biggest one? My
purpose.
biggest one is the black man does not teach. The black woman will teach her son how to tie his shoes, how to speak to a woman, how to do everything that she possibly can. And the black man will teach you how to sell drugs. I'm not saying that like this is the only thing I'm saying. These are examples. They teach you how to sell drugs. They teach you physical things on how to like function in life, and that's what they leave you with. You feel me? Like we're not real teachers. We don't teach you how to do mathematics. Like so, what's your biggest thing that is something that we're supposed to be responsible for that we don't do as a man?
I think that black men do teach. It's a lot of black men who teach. Um, Now, I wouldn't say that my father wasn't present in my life because he was present in my life growing up the whole time. But I'm gonna say in a lot of the younger years, um, he wasn't the best pure example of what a man should be or how a man should treat a woman. But, however, I had uncles who were prime examples of that. I had uncles who would get in my ass, you know, and I had uncles that would literally get in my ass and talk to me. I had an uncle who would basically have conversations with me about how I deserve to be treated. And and they were living, walking examples. I had two godfathers who were married to their wives for very long times, and you know, I watched them as examples, and I saw them teaching me lessons and talking to me and learning. So, and then you have your Dane Callaways and your young pharaohs, and you have a lot of black men who are teaching. Maybe you don't have enough because there's something. How do you put it? Remember, you asked what was it that we lacked, and I think this goes for not just black men, but this goes for black women too. Pharaoh told me this. He said that when he went to prison, he was able to spend a lot of time by himself to figure out who he was and to learn that spiritual side of him, right? For me, I went through a very traumatic childhood. And so I came into my spiritual awareness at a very young age. And so I was able to spend a lot of time by myself, reading, studying, praying, learning by myself. And I feel like that's the thing that a lot of us lack. We don't know how to take time by ourselves to really get to learn ourselves and learn who we are. We have too many distractions. Like Mastermind said, we have so much instant gratification. We have Google, so people are not learning, people are not studying. You know, we got our phones, we got Instagram, we got all of these different things that can consume our mind, that all it's doing is stunting our growth.
That's a jewel. That's
Yeah.
definitely a jewel. I want to know your answer though. Who asked you?
You said what?
Answer to what?
What is the biggest thing that black women hold men accountable for, or that they're taking responsibility for that we're not doing?
Oh, being honestly, and what I've just heard and what I've seen is just being a consistent provider. Even emotionally. I'm not even just talking about financially, but like emotionally. Uh, a lot of the time,
I think I got the Holy Ghost on that one. I
a
think I
lot of
start doing the Harlem Shake.
for real though.
Woo!
A lot of the times we just aren't there enough. We're not patient with our women enough. We're not understanding. We're not taking the time to think like, okay, what am I lacking to where she's this stressed out? What have I really done to make her lash out on me like this? What can I, even if she's not lashing out and she's just every day you just see her like exhausted, you got to think like, what can I do to make her day better? Because we have to realize if we're always toting this black woman is God stuff and we understand that we all have a mother, so we all come from the womb, then we have to, it's our job to make sure that she good. And sometimes that's hard because a lot of us have grown up with single parent homes and our mom has always been our mom, so we're not looking for a partner or a wife, we're looking for another mother,
That's facts.
and we have to accept that. And I'll be honest, that's one of the mistakes I made in one of my relationships in the past. I was looking for a woman to be like how my mom was because she took care of everything and she was strong. But as I got older, I realized, okay, she shouldn't have had to do all that, and that wasn't right. Like the men in her life was lacking stuff to make her have to grind that hard and have to do more. So we have to get out of our egos and understand that since the dynamic of a relationship has changed, we have to go hard. And sometimes going hard is being soft to her. Don't cuss her out. Don't call her a bitch because she snapped on you because You probably deserved it for something you did 2 weeks ago that she didn't say nothing about. Like, we have to accept that we can be wrong, and that when we lack, there's certain things that women do to show us. You know?
So let me ask you this. Do you think that because women have been made, this is for both of you guys to answer that question. I wish my brother came back in. He left. He didn't chime in, but I wish he would have came back in to answer this question. So do you think that since women have been made to be so strong, we pretty much have to be independent. We pretty much have to be, you know, providers and survivors, that the roles have kind of been switched now, where men don't want to put in the work that they used to put in, you know, to make sure that a family is successful because the man is the head of the home, right?
Yes.
That now, do you believe that men are now looking to the woman to actually
No.
be that provider?
I think that the mothers of our generation instilled masculine energy into women so they can take care of themselves, so they didn't feel the lack that their men gave to them. And some men, not all, are trying to reclaim our spot on the throne. And now that's the clash between uh, masculine, masculinized women. And I also feel like women are dealing with feminized men. And so they're trying to reclaim their femininity, and the feminized men is like,
It is not
nah, this
working,
is what
yo.
my mama did, so like, what you doing, you know? So that's what I think it is. It's us trying. I feel like it's not that the roles are reversed. No, the roles are already reversed, and we are in the beginning stages of turning that dial back into place, and that's where the struggle is. Because you can't expect
Excuse me, I'm
somebody,
so sorry.
huh?
I said I'm so sorry.
Well, for me, I feel like, because I've been in situations where I know that the man like really liked me, really was feeling me, and really like felt like I could be a great wife. However, they seen Keisha over there, right?
Huh.
This fat ass booty, this small ass waist, you know what I mean? And everything fake as fuck. And she lit. She lit on the gram. You know what I mean? She on the beach. She with
Huh.
her friends twerking in the club. She doing all of that, and she getting money. And so then dudes look at that as excitement, as appealing. You know
No,
what I
no,
mean?
that's wrong.
And they
I,
wind up going for those women.
can I tell you that that perception is wrong?
Excuse me,
It's
hold on, hold on. I definitely
it's.
didn't get to answer the question.
Hold on, hold on. I just want to
Exactly.
say this, and I'll shut up. I promise. I'll mute my mic. They're low hanging fruit.
Hmm.
Women like you take more time, take more commitment, take more work to keep. And I'll mute my mic.
All right, so I definitely would like to give a shout out to the letter of Willie Lynch written in 1712, because that shit is horrible, and that's definitely the reason why Black
Hmm.
America is the way that it is, because a lot of Black men in America are mentally enslaved, and when I walk around telling people this, they feel very offended. How dare you tell me that I'm mentally enslaved? No, I'm not. So let me continue living the way that they do. And the way that we live now, we mentally enslaved is, all my kids live with the mother, and that's the norm. That is the norm. Like the Black woman takes care of the household. So that means that when Catalea asks a question like, you know, are Black men, like, is the role switching? I completely say that they are. Dr. Miles Monroe wrote a book to teach us what our roles really are, and the fact that even though society is doing its best to change it, because ever since war happened and women got jobs and now they work so much more than us, that stuff will never be the same. So we don't, like, we're just beating on women. Like, we do the most abuse. So much domestic violence is going on. Like, at the end of the day, though, I really feel like women are the cradle because of the responsibility that we give them. We now have embraced Willie Lynch. We're okay with it. Well, now we're just going to manifest, keeping each other separated as best as we can and having a black woman be Superman. Like, we're okay with that. I think the solution to it, though, is that we all need to have a brotherhood of older black men. Like, there's a complete sisterhood in the black community. Like, a hair salon is not the only place in life that you will see black women together. But a barber shop is definitely a place where men will be unified that are melanated.
Let me tell you though, that whole sisterhood shit in the black community is fake as fuck. I'm just keeping it real.
All I was saying was you guys have more
Yes, I'm on
admiration
YouTube.
for each other's existence than a man would.
No, I just want to let y'all know that these bitches is fake. All these so-called spiritual Christian or, hotep, peace, let's meditate. Them bitches is fake. Most of them bitches are fake. I'm going to say 95% of you bitches is fake.
Amen.
And it's facts.
Amen.
And it's facts. You know what I mean? Because they'll act like they can look at you and they'll be like, peace, sister, this, but it's a competition thing. Or they're trying to find some flaws in you and all of that. Fuck all of that. We all got flaws.
Right.
I got flaws. I do stupid shit sometimes, but I don't need none of you bitches pointing out my stupid shit all the time because I'm not pointing out your stupid shit. And there's a lot of y'all who do stupid shit. Like popping your ass on Instagram talking about you celebrating a black woman's body. No, bitch, you thirsty and you trying to get some money and you trying to get likes. Let's not sugarcoat this. And so you can put a different spin on it and a different narrative on it to try to make it seem like you so enlightened and so spiritual. I'm not saying that you can't be horny and spiritual too.
Nah,
because you can.
It's a lot of spiritual twerkers out here, for real.
Because you can. You can be horny and spiritual, but I'm tired of women faking the funk and trying to make it seem like it's just spiritual. No, let's keep it real. You just horny. You looking for some ass just like these niggas is looking for some ass. Let's keep it 100. Why y'all laughing at me? I'm just telling the truth.
Because you're so serious. You're real passionate.
What's going on?
I'm just saying because I'm so tired. I'm so tired of just people being fake.
Oh yeah, me too, most definitely. Everything around us is fake, man. Every fucking thing, and that shit is everything, even down to Valentine's Day. You know what I'm saying? Just peeping at the whole scenario. You know what I'm saying?
Fuck Valentine's Day. Y'all can keep that shit. If my man don't love me every single day, if my man don't buy me flowers and roses just because I don't want them.
It's not authentic.
I don't want them. You can have them. Y'all can have them. I don't need y'all pagan fake ass holidays that white people made just so we can make money, or a holiday they made so they can molest kids and get away with it. No, I'm cool.
Right.
And if you live in your truth, you're gonna feel that way. You know what I'm saying? You can't deny that. If once you understand and once you tap in and reach into that real knowledge and that real truth and that real history, you're not gonna go backwards. You can't go backward. You just can't, fall into those habits and those ways that we've been taught, as a child. So I'm trying to break those generational curses. I don't want to move forward and, continue to be like that. Nah, that's not me. That's not who I am. I know my truth.
Right. So that's really how I feel. Like, for me, if y'all see me on here being sensual, and sexy. I'm probably trying to catch a man.
With Trey Young.
I'm being real. I'm probably trying to catch me a nigga.
But people aren't that honest with themselves, though. You know, people want to pretend like they're something that they're not, so they can feel better about their actions. You know,
I don't. I'm just gonna be 100. I'm just gonna keep it real. I mean, once you get my age, you just don't give a fuck no more.
That
To be
exactly.
honest.
That's a fact. That's a fact. I feel you on that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's a bad thing, then.
What I'm saying, you don't care if nobody judge you.
No, but I'm saying, like, everything has two meanings to it. That's why we got so many deadbeat OGs walking this earth, and they don't live for their community. As you said, like, in your life already, you're young. You're not even like 60. In your community already, you've already put your influence into it.
Oh, I
And
live for my people.
somebody your age as a man needs to have that same thing to be able to say. They can't,
Do you know today I found out? I'm getting emotional. I found out my dad took that vaccine,
sorry to hear that.
even though I did a whole YouTube video. Hold on, y'all. I did a whole YouTube video with Pharaoh about it and about why you shouldn't get it. You know.
They promoting it crazy. I was just watching CNN just to get in tune with what's going on in the world, even though I don't believe the shit. But
And then I constantly been promoting why not to do it.
and it's on TV that, and it's on broadcast that they had this little boy from Pennsylvania who took the shot, and he's broadcasting on TV, and he's telling everybody his reaction to it and how he felt, type shit. But yeah, they promoting it heavy now.
Do you know I had two people who I knew who were nurses in California who took it and they died. You
But
know.
I know that it's sad and it's scary, but that's when free will comes into play.
I don't give
Not
a damn about free will. I'm worried about my daddy's soul, yo.
right.
Like fuck all of
no,
that.
I understand. I understand that, but everybody everybody has a choice, and the information is out there. So I'm just saying, you just gotta pray for him, because the information is out there.
Yo, man, what's wrong?
What's funny about that? I don't find that funny.
Because sometimes I just disagree with you, and it just, I don't know.
What is there to
It's funny.
disagree about?
You said everybody got a choice,
Everybody does have a choice.
and the knowledge is out there.
Unless somebody kicks down your door and sticks you in the arm, or what? How is that not a choice?
Because certain situations in life presented for you to need to do certain things. Like, I just went to the shelter in New York. They told me that you can't get in. You can't get placed to a certain shelter. You can't go into the system a certain way unless you get our COVID test. It don't matter if you just got it a couple of days. You need to get it. So what if the government puts into place you're not going to get our services unless you get a vaccine? I don't want to be out in the street, so I'm in need to do that. So in a way, I'm
What
forced
I'm
to do it.
saying
I don't
is
have
that
to.
as a people, if we know that that's what they're going to do, then this is the time to band together and do something about it.
Ain't nobody
That's what
banding
I'm saying.
together. Let's be real about it.
Then
I'm so
and then
tired.
that's our choice, though, and that's our fate.
It's not our choice. Like, listen,
No.
if I had my way, right? And this is some real ass shit. If I had my way, if I could get every single black person who has a job, I'm not even talking about the people who don't, who have a job, to put $5 in a pot. Just $5. so we could build something. Do you know how much money that is?
A ridiculous amount.
And do you know why it won't get done?
Tell me.
No trust.
Because people don't trust it. They're gonna be asking 10,000. Who gives a fuck?
Hey,
You
can,
spend $5 on 2 blunts, nigga.
hey, can I say something to that? I just want to say something to that. I feel what she's saying, and I feel like my solution to the situation is, just from my perspective, it's just that you build it, they will come. I've come to the conclusion that you have to section off groups of people by the way they carry themselves. So you have the thinkers, you have the people who act without thinking, so on and so forth, right?
Right. Fact.
So in that situation, all I have to do is create. I don't have to ask you anything. You
Right.
understand what I'm saying? Because that's how the system is already made. I have something you need. That is it.
Right. Big
You
fact.
understand what I'm saying?
I agree
But
with
if you
that.
ain't got the revenue to create,
Well, you hold on. I have the revenue. Because remember, I've talked to you about this shortly before. Everything is funded by the stock market and legal crimes.
yes,
You
but that
understand?
takes a long time to
No,
build.
listen. No, it does not.
Yes, it
Once you do the
does.
math. Now, I've done the math. That long time for me. Look at you. That long time for me.
Because I've done the math and I've tried to work it. But go
Listen,
ahead.
listen. I'm speaking for myself. I understand how you feel. That long time for me is short to me. My opinion. You understand what I'm saying? So you build it, they will come. All I need to do is find my vibration in other people. That's all I need to do. I'm not here to save everybody else. Those who feel like others need to be saved, that is the role you play. My role is progressive forwardness. You understand? I have the endurance and fortitude to deal with adversity already. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm only looking for my kind. Everyone else who feels otherwise, play your role in those fields. You understand? We communicate how we need to communicate amongst each other. I don't need to be involved in everybody's situation. All I need to do is be an influence, a chain reaction. That is it. You understand? You know how I looked at Tupac when I was 15 years old crying? You understand what I'm saying? I wasn't into Pac like that until I heard how he articulated himself and I saw me in him. You understand? Outside of me also being Gemini, but in that situation, I can interconnect things. That's how we do. You hear something, you try to see their similarities in it, and you connect to it. And that's one thing I've learned about talking to men of all ages. I'm able to attract my vibration. You understand what I'm saying? So all I have to do is be. You know what I mean? I mean, that's my perception of it, because you can't save everybody in the same manner. We are too different technically. You know what I mean? Until we start controlling the vibrations of music and what we see, then we can't do none of those things as a whole yet. And that's when it comes to ownership. That's where it comes to not selling yourself short. That's where it comes to dealing with people of the same mindset. Everybody is trying to put a rectangle into a circle. You can't do that. I need to find all the circles first.
That's too much. The law of attraction. Do you know the law of attraction? It don't hear can't.
Right.
So you keep saying
success don't care about your feelings and your problems.
What I wanted to say to you though is that's crazy. You just said 5.
You know what? I agree with you too. I agree with you, Black Pill, and I also agree with King Z. That even when we try to do these, even when we just, okay, let's say we're attracting what? We're attracting who we are, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's just say that's the case. Even in those certain small instances, it's always gonna be a nigga to go left.
Okay, let me let you know this. I don't focus on that because that's a given. Once I realize that bad and good has to happen, my job is to focus on one or the other. That's how I control my health. That's how I control my energy. You feel me? So in that situation, I know my mentality seems crazy the most, but I love it because I'm unmoved by other people's opinion in that manner, because everything is aligned with what I'm talking about. When she said, there's certain levels of people's of patience. So like this, right? I came across options trading, but I went through different levels of financial learning. So when I came across options trading and the numbers were put down in a simpler form, meaning a better teacher for me, I was like, so you telling me with the discipline I already have, we're making $30,000 a year, right? You telling me I don't have the same discipline if I made $90,000 a year? And all that same discipline is the same discipline that'll get me towards making $1 million, or 6 figures in a 2 or 3 year period, depending on how much money I decide to put to the side. You know how much discipline I have already to me, I'm already one. You understand how I feel? I'm like, yo, you let me know that I can walk around as God now? You understand how powerful that makes me feel?
No, Phil. Okay, sorry. Go
Yeah,
ahead. Go ahead.
oh no, I was
No,
done. I was done for the
I
moment.
feel that. But
Okay, can I
let me ask
please
y'all.
just say that I definitely tried that dollar a program thing by Juwanza Kunjufu, and Black people are still struggling mentally to invest $1 a month for 2 years. All we need to do is accomplish that by this year, y'all. $1 a month, and start it in 2 states this year. 2 years from now, we'll at least have one state getting somewhere in life, since people making it so complicated to donate $1 to the cause. Now, I'm sorry, who asked you?
No, I just wanted to ask y'all, do y'all think physical exodus or financial exodus is more feasible to y'all?
I say both,
What is Exodus?
unless he means leaving the country, and I don't agree in that.
When a group of like-minded individuals all move to a certain area to start their
That's
own.
smart. That's smart. I think that's smart for those who can do it.
But I wouldn't leave my country because this is my
Me neither.
people's land.
Yeah, I
Like,
Me
this
wouldn't
is
neither.
my
live there
people
either.
land.
I,
I am
I'm,
native to this land,
I'm collecting land. Fuck that.
so I ain't leaving this place. For
Wait,
those
he
Like
said,
picture if all Black people just decided one day we all going to Texas. Like every Black person is just going to Texas. And anybody who don't like it, they just gonna have to deal with it because we all in Texas. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you think that's more feasible, or do you think it would be more a whole lot of Black Wall Streets uh, around the place, and we just settle in all black neighborhoods and just financially keep the money going? That's essentially what I'm asking.
Anybody responding?
so
I'm
you
gonna let
saying
y'all
Um,
respond. This is for the
prosperity
brothers.
um,
I'm
I
enjoying
say
y'all taking over.
they they
Shit,
they
I ain't
they
gotta
all
talk.
are, they are feasible. But like I said, we like for example, yes, we are eternal, but we still have a time frame within this particular body, right? So in that situation, I filter things out. Like I went through my experiences younger. So I take that into life experiences. When I see certain things that align to stuff that is not pushing me forward and I have control over it, I'm going to go around it and I'm going to do whatever I need to get past that situation. That's why I say we don't need everybody. All these people that run businesses are less than the people. You understand what I'm saying? All you have to do is find your vibration. Then you move faster. If everybody's pushing in the same direction, we move faster. Simple, right? Right. So in that situation, why would I get the person that disagrees from me from jump? The person who has patience in my group that says, you know what? That no, we need to help everybody. Well, nigga, go back and help everybody. Go do your job. That's your job. God gave you a different job than me. And when that nigga catches up, hit me. You understand what I'm saying? I ain't got time to
Well,
be slowed down.
I,
I'm not
I
here to
feel
see
you.
everybody.
I feel you on that. Like, I don't think that we should just be trying to help everybody because
Yes.
it's a lot of people with fucked up mentalities. And it's a lot of people that I don't care if you are black. I don't even want you around me.
Yeah, we act like there's not descendants of like the Black people who told on everybody who was trying to escape. Like it's a lot of those descendants walking around here with that energy for real. So we forget that. We don't
Well,
take it to account.
truth be told, honestly, I've met some way more righteous people that were not even black.
mm,
Hold on.
I'm
Say
just
that.
saying.
Say that again. Say that again.
I've met some righteous, non-black people
Mm-hmm.
who were way more righteous than some of
Mm-hmm.
these niggas
Of course, I
walking
got you.
around here.
I
I got
mean, well, you're gonna have
And
to
that's
sign me
facts.
up. You're gonna have to sign me up with the idiots that want to save everybody, because I got a lot of my knowledge from a 5%er. When he first taught me about the 5%, he told me to Google it. And I look it up and I see that the population is broken down into 3 different populations: the 85%, the deaf, dumb,
you.
and blind; the 10%, those who have knowledge and keep it to themselves; and the 5%, those who are enlightened and spread light. So then I was I just completely like lost my train of thought.
Oh, good.
I was I was definitely, oh, that's what I was saying. So with that being said, you have the 85%, the 10 and the 5. So you speaking like that, that's like being a 10%er saying, I'm a Mason, I'm Kanye West. I have all this resource that I work for. I earned this life that I live today. And so I'm gonna keep this all money in on my people who I deem worthy, and that's it. And everybody else, you're black, that's good for you, and you continue your life. And so all of us will stay in shackles. And so 100 years from now, what did you create for your people? We have to, the 5% has to influence the 85%. Or your
But
youth,
if
your
only
youth.
200,
What is
I'm
your
sorry, bro.
purpose?
If only 200 Kanye West want to bounce, then what they got to stay mediocre?
No,
They got to
no,
stay
no,
slave because
no.
everybody else don't want to follow suit.
No, the reality is this. Everybody don't gotta know the plan because niggas gonna fuck the plan up. Nigga, you need a job, you already part of the plan. Game over, nigga. That's it. I ain't gotta talk, I gotta discuss all that shit. This shit is simplified. This is how that shit work now. If you observe how it works now and you tweak it in your interest, that is pretty much it. I don't gotta get everybody's support. All I gotta do is build it. You hungry, nigga, it's closer. Get it. And somebody told me like, yo, if you build a chicken shack, because where I'm from, they got a lot of chicken shacks and shit. Oh, no, black people ain't gonna support you. I said, nigga, I ain't never go to the chicken shack because there's another race there. I went there because the shit was closer than anything else. Hell's you, and it was cheap. What are you talking about? And I've never heard another black man say that to me. You understand what I'm saying? I said, I said, brother, it's all good. It's all good. Yeah, I'm just saying. You know what I mean? So it's not hard. This shit ain't hard. Once you do the math and you look at, we got enough history, enough results, enough current people doing shit now to solve this shit. We talk, Nick, that's why I don't like when I have, and I don't mean this situation at all. When I have conversations with people, let's just say a talking point, and somebody says, "Well, guys do it too." You just showed me you childish by that statement. I just relinquished my accountability because someone else did it. I can't have a conversation with you because you consciously chose to be a child. End the story. We done with you. All I got to do is control your money. I ain't gonna fucking need to tell you about anything I'm doing for. Fuck out of here. To discuss what with somebody. What? What am I doing? Okay, that's all I'm saying.
I mean, I get what you're saying, and I definitely get what he's saying too, but I think I'm more in agreement with you, Black Pill. You feel me?
Because you can still save everybody. That's all I'm saying. You save everybody
What?
by not telling them every goddamn thing. Because you don't need a bunch of. I don't need your opinion about everything.
It ain't for me. It ain't even about the opinion part.
Yeah.
For me, it's like, I know this is gonna sound crazy, but it's facts. Once you begin to tell people your plans, because we got a lot of crab in the barrel
Right.
mentality ass niggas. So if you begin to tell people your intricate plans, a lot of them out of jealousy, out of hate, out of whatever, are going to try to infiltrate that. So sometimes people don't need to know everything.
And it's not hard to measure a man's thought process.
And
Because
then you're not going to be able to help a lot of people out. You
right.
know,
Yeah,
and
I mean,
I learned that, for me, listen, I have stagnated my life trying to help people out. And I finally learned my goddamn lesson. You know what I mean? And that's facts. Like, I wish all the people that I tried to help out, all the people that I tried to get to see, even going back to dating, the men that I've dated, that I tried to get to see, oh, I'm such a good person. And they never could see it because their heart wasn't there. You got to stop messing with people with these hearts. That's not right. If you see one red flag, go with it. Let it go. Let it go, yo. I've been in enough situations where I've literally ignored red flags because I wanted to see the good in people.
Yeah, that's setting
Because
yourself up.
right, because I was like, oh, we all fuck up. We all go through this. We all go through that. This person has these good qualities. But then who winds up being messed up in the end? Me. Who does it affect? Me. So if somebody ain't righteous, you know it. You know.
Mm-hmm.
If somebody doesn't have a good heart, you know. Because you can judge a person by what they do. Fuck they words. We got people like Brother Polite, Kevin
No, she did.
Samuels,
No, she did.
Kevin Samuels. All of these niggas that I don't even fucking like, who talking a gang of stuff, but their life are not in alignment with the things that they said. If you're saying the black woman is God, however, you're treating black woman any kind of way, you're not in alignment with that.
But when you see that and you notice that, let's say this, right? And the person that's trying to succeed, what you want to know the most when you're trying to succeed is the signs of failure, right?
Facts.
So the faster you see the signs, the faster you move forward, right? I think a lot of it's the perception. If you look, what do you say? Hold on, go master. Why this nigga's making me bug out laughing? Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead, bro. You good?
Bro, you saying people are the signs of failure?
You tell me you ain't never seen a motherfucking failure in front of you. like yo, this you never seen a. You telling me you ain't
talking about Mastermind?
Nah, he said you looking for signs of failure. I'm saying, what are you saying? The people are the signs of failure? Like
I explain it. I explain it. When I say looking for signs of failure, like I'm trying to do something with this particular female, and she seems to be consistently disagreeable, and she wants to do the same thing, but she just keeps being disagreeable, but with no logical reason for doing it. She just has a problem with probably adhering to what you're telling her to do because she's just used to not having no type of person direct her in anywhere. So you got to tell yourself, is she worth the effort? Is the purpose worth more than her? So do I want to deal with this? If I deal with this, will I have a greater chance of success? If not, then it's a greater chance of failure. That's what I mean.
Got you.
I agree. I agree with that. I agree with that perception. But I also agree. I think that it's different for men. And here's why I say this. Men, you guys are the head. You guys have a way of logically showing a woman something that can actually help her to grow. Now, I'm not saying that women don't have that quality, right? But what I'm saying is what women need right now is for somebody to already be able to lead.
But that also goes along with she has to be already willing to learn.
Yeah, I was gonna say she has to want to be led.
It's a combination of things. If you got a bad student and good teacher, and vice versa. If she,
I don't have a problem. I will sit back and let my
see. That's you. You special, baby. You special. Let's just get this out the way. You listen. Listen. Let me let you know.
Listen. I ain't gotta do it. Oh hell yeah.
Listen.
Happy.
You've evolved to a point where your surroundings.
I'm excited thinking about it. Damn it.
It's not conducive to your evolution. That's the situation with you. You know what I mean? But the average female ain't trying to hear that because they've never been raised in a household where a man dictated anything or even spoke of leading their household and it was respected and it was people listened to it. So in that situation, you got a lot of men, even in my generation, that weren't seeing that. So you got to take in consideration. We've been cultivated. It's a fucked up structure, but we've been cultivated by women and we're destroying women in the same process of being groomed by them. You understand what I'm saying?
But see, this is the thing. This is the thing too, though. I think this is my biggest fear right now, which I gotta get out of this whole fear state, which is why I'm single, which is why I have a hard time. How do I put it? I have a hard time giving a man that. Okay? This is my biggest fear because I've been through this. I've been through a marriage that was like this, and I've been through a 5-year relationship where I completely gave that man control and he brought me down.
Oh,
So
so you feel
now I
okay?
have to be like, I have to know that I know that I know you're a leader.
It would. I, I want to say
Because
something to that.
I'm a leader. I'm a strong woman.
Facts.
And I need a man. If he's not equally as strong as me or stronger than me, I can't fuck with you.
Listen up. I want to say something to that. That powerful energy that you seek, right? It comes with other stuff. You would have to relinquish your human attachments to evolve with that particular man. Do you understand? If you want me to get in detail, I will. Just because you know what I mean.
You think
You
I
have to.
wouldn't do it?
Okay, I
Shit.
hear you. I hear you. I just wanted to throw that out there because there is no, oh, he does, oh, all men. There is no, it's a whole distinct group of men at this point in time. We're not sitting here trying to, like I told somebody, I said, I'm not arguing and destroying everything because you feel like I'm fucking somebody else. I'm gonna have a whole conversation with you. I'm gonna show you the same round of respect. If I don't want to do something with you no more, I'll let you know and leave just because I just don't want the bullshit with you. It's not worth it. It's really not worth it. You understand? I'd rather just leave with respect than sit there and sneak around because I'm not going to walk like a coward in my own house. You understand what I'm saying? You know, if I'm tired of something, I'm going to let you know. If we can't work it out, we can't work it out. We work it out later. It's a possibility. People do that. There's people that break up, get back later because they needed that situation to happen that way. You understand? It's just being constructive, my point of view. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, listen, I've been here this long, never had a committed relationship that was healthy for me. I don't have time to try to waste my time with one particular person. I'm not going to lie. I love them. But if I find that one, that's great. But I ain't never met a woman that can deal with me as many capacities on many levels I can deal with her on. It's kind of like they got a few tricks, but they're not really multifaceted in that manner. Yeah, if that makes sense.
No,
God
I feel
damn,
you.
your
That's
vocabulary on some shit. Did you go to college? You read the
Oh, my
dictionary?
nigga, when I was a kid, I used to read thesaurus and shit, and I started rapping and shit. So that's where I come from.
Oh, that's a thesaurus. That's
Thesaurus and dictionaries, when I used to write and shit, I'd be like, all right. And if I hear a word, I'll look it up if I
Master, you
know
just young as hell. Let me teach you, baby. I'm gonna teach you, okay?
it.
I'm young, but I'm wise. All right,
I got you, baby. I got you. Okay?
I'm wise, and my focus is on the youth every
But
day.
that's good though.
As soon
And
as
I'm
I get
happy
my
that you're here because
stimulus, I'm
I'm
doing an
happy you're
event for the
here. You
youth.
represent for the young brothers and I love it. I appreciate it. I did ask you to come on. He was like, I don't know. I was like, nigga, if you don't get your ass on. No. So
Fact,
I'm happy.
definitely word. Or you like no stage fright? You need unison.
So I'm happy you're here. But I think for me though, honestly, what I'm looking for right now, I'm not gonna say it's not feasible, but what I'm gonna say is that's gonna be one hell of a man.
Oh, I want to respond to something else y'all was talking about. I
That's
think it
gonna
was
be one hell of a brother.
if y'all don't mind me.
Okay, go ahead.
Um, like I said, it's a lot of things. You got to build a school, and you got to. I think my focus is build a school, and you have to teach the males. I would initially teach the males first. And when you said about earlier about money and all that stuff, if I do the math right, and if I could turn 10,000 into three times that money, and so on and so forth, you don't need that many people to do shit because to be honest with you, the art of being wealthy is leverage and information. You don't need a lot of money to get a house. You don't need a lot of money to get a fourplex. You don't need a lot of money to do these things. It's all leverage. And once you learn how the business of leverage, you are Superman. But then everybody's not on that same page. So maybe because I'm kind of different with this shit. You feel what I'm saying? So, I'm reading books like the last one was what would the Rockefellers do and all that shit with insurance and all that shit. Do you understand? If I knew this shit in my 20s, shit would be over before I hit my 30s.
Oh
You
yeah,
understand what I'm
oh
saying?
yeah.
And
And,
that's
and you
and I
go
want
ahead.
to cut into that because we are very behind, even men like us and people like us who are reading all these books. Like I got a genetics 101 book in front of me right now. We didn't get that education in high school. So we are what? 10 years at least at minimum behind everybody else. And I didn't in my whole life I never had an economics class in any of the schools I went to. None whatsoever. And most black families, just like mine, were welfare. Or if not welfare, struggling. So that's a lot. I think that's a big thing about about our community as well, is that we're behind mentally and psychologically. Because think about it, I think a lot of high school kids act like middle schoolers, and college kids act like high schoolers,
And
and
adults
that's
still
why
act like
you
high
get.
But you
schoolers.
know what? I agree with you. But the only reason why I disagree, I agree, but a small inkling of me disagrees with you on that point as far as saying we are behind. Because let's talk about me, okay? Grew up in a home, two-parent home, but things happened where both of my parents were addicted to drugs. My father was a gangbanger, very well known, did all kind of crazy stuff. I teeter-totted from being poor and broke to having a shit ton of money, and that's how my life was. It was like a roller coaster. Now, one thing I can say is my mother was always an advocate for education because her mother was a teacher. Okay, so she always be like, "Look it up, check it out, look it up." Okay. However, when she was on drugs, all of that went out the window, bro. So the thing is, we don't have education or things like that. It's nobody's fault but our own. Because if me at 16, 15 can start saying, wait a minute, this is not right. Let me start going on a soul search. That's when I got into Egypt and started learning about Egypt and my ancestors and African spirituality and talking to my grandma and my great grand. I did that work, right? So it's easy for us to say we don't know, or is it that we don't want to know? It's a difference.
Uh, I
Hmm.
I feel like I definitely I agree and disagree with you with that
Well,
as well, because I was always a reader. No, because look, I was a reader myself, and so that naturally came to me. But everybody everybody's scope of what they can achieve is different. Let's be real. Most of us, and I'll just say black people, think we can only either rap or play basketball. And you're not going to tell somebody who might not even have a pack of noodles at home that if they read enough books, they'll get to where they want to be. That's just not
oh,
feasible. That's not a thought in their head, you know?
You
Well,
know,
So
hold on.
that
Say
wasn't a
that
thought.
again.
That wasn't a thought
What?
in my mind either.
Hold
Do
on.
you
Hold
know it
on.
was times I didn't have shit?
I said if you might not even go home to a pack of noodles,
Yes,
you're
that's
not
happens.
going
Do
to
you know I
think.
didn't even go home? Did you know I didn't even have a home to go to? Oh
Now
yeah.
I feel that. I feel that, but
Oh yes.
I'm saying the average person isn't going to think like that,
How
and
do
that's
you
because
know?
if it
It doesn't matter if the average person thinks like that. The thing is, everybody has this innate feeling and longing for something different and something more. I don't care if you're
I
homeless.
disagree. I don't think everybody does.
Everybody does.
I don't think so. I
Black
don't think
Hill.
so.
Huh?
Black Hill. Do
Huh?
you think that the homeless person sitting on the corner who don't got a home, don't
Hmm.
got a yearning or feeling for something more, something different?
And we asking on all levels because you know how I think. Shit.
I'm
So we talk.
saying on all levels, Black
Yeah, I
Hill.
think everybody. It can be. Yeah, everybody has a yearning for something, even if it's like the smallest thing. Yes, if we're being
Exactly.
literal.
That's
You know what
that
I mean?
yearning
But
is
ooh,
what drove my curiosity.
okay.
But
But you know what I want to say though. I've seen homeless men stand in the middle of the street begging for change, like off the highway. But I've also seen young kids have water bottles and selling them for $1, and that's the difference. It's what you want, and most people don't think past. I just want 50 cents. I don't want to save up my money and buy a case of water and then sell them so I can get more money. No, if I can get this
What?
50 cents, then I'm going to
What
get the 50
the
cents.
fuck?
Okay. I think I know what he's saying. It feels like you're saying that most people want to be employees than be the people in charge and bosses. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly.
That's a
Yes.
given. That's a given. That's a given.
But see,
That's a
that's
given.
not
It's
even what
obvious.
I'm talking about, though.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm talking about, we were talking about how people don't have, how people don't learn. They didn't know. They wasn't raised in that atmosphere to learn
Mm-hmm.
to know. And I'm telling you, I wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
But what I'm saying is, okay,
But
let me
I
ask you
had
this.
a
I think I know what
yearning.
she's saying. I think
I
I know
In
had
what
a
she's saying.
school,
yearning and a
Catalea,
feeling
in
that
school, were you
something
taught?
different was out there for me. It's called my calling and my purpose.
Okay, I want to answer
I
that.
understand that, but hold
My
on. Let me ask
calling
this,
and my
and I'll shut up.
purpose was calling my name. And that's
Everybody
why
don't have that
this
right away.
podcast right here.
When you were in school, were you taught how to follow directions, or were you taught how to be creative and find and invent solutions?
That
Which one
I
varies
was
was
it?
taught,
depending on the school, bro.
I was taught,
Well,
I was taught how to follow directions, right? And
I'm
this is
sorry, I
facts.
can't hear you because
I
Massa is
said,
laughing again.
I'm so sorry, yo. Black Pill funny as shit, yo. Thank you so much, King. Thank you so much, everybody.
I was taught to follow directions. However, the warrior spirit in me,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't give a fuck about directions. I used to get in trouble all the time. I spoke my mind. I said what I got to say. I called out bullshit. I got in trouble. My mama got called. I got called on me all the time because I spoke my mind, and I didn't give a fuck.
Indeed, I feel you,
If I saw
but you
something,
have to understand that everybody ain't got that.
if I saw something that wasn't in alignment, I'm gonna tell you. I would
Okay,
get in trouble.
I want to say something, Cavalier.
It's
I
facts
think
though.
I get what you're saying. The warrior in you. Everybody does not initially have that, but I believe there's influence. So it's the saying, OG says, only way you're going to become a man is either you naturally come into your own or you're taught by another man. And I think that goes, I don't think that goes the same way for the warrior in you. You had it and you had to go through the things in your life opened those doors for you. It wasn't as like you were groomed or people saw that in you initially. It came out through your personal direction and so on and so forth, and then whatever else that added on to that. So yeah, I get what he's saying. I get what you're saying. Where yes, everybody does initially have it that strong. I like to say that. You know what I mean? Everybody doesn't click in that manner because somebody might not get it until they see you do it. You understand what I'm saying? They may not get so it's different levels of learning. That's one. Listen, I've seen people birth geniuses, and the parent has no mental connection that's similar to them whatsoever. You understand what I'm saying?
No, I agree with you, but then I just wanted him
Mm-hmm.
to understand. I agree with, like, remember I told him I agree with him, but then I don't.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because what I wanted him to do was actually think outside of that, not
Mm-hmm.
outside the box. Because if you think outside the box, that means that you're admitting that you're boxed in.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm saying I wanted his thought process to expand a little bit more for him to understand that that's an excuse.
Mhm.
To me, that's an excuse to not want more just because you wasn't taught a certain kind of way, because I wasn't.
But
Right.
okay,
I had
I
a
Because
understand why you say that that's an
think about
excuse.
Pharaoh. He wasn't taught a certain kind of way. Think about my father. His father wasn't in his life. You know, he died when my grandmother was pregnant. So
But
you have to
but
think
people,
outside of the box, because I mean not outside of the box, but fuck the box. You got to think away from the box,
but I,
because the thing is, if we keep our minds in that frequency,
Mhm.
then our people are never gonna get free. Just because we wasn't taught something doesn't mean we're not longing and yearning for something else and
but what I'm
something
saying
better.
is that the paradigm that you're speaking of is rare. Because if it wasn't rare, we wouldn't even have to have this conversation
No,
at
it's
all.
not
That's
rare though. It's not
I
rare.
feel like it is.
No, because I
Okay,
see
hold
so
on.
many people.
Oh,
I see so many people from birth, yo. The only reason why they get stifled is because of this system. Period. I see children born with it already in their DNA.
I gotta say something to this. Hey, who asked you? Do you think that damn? I felt like I was being rude just now. Anyway, uh, what are you a warrior spirit, or would you just categorize something yourself as something else?
Something else.
I said
I'm a
end of conversation.
I'm a think I'm
End of conversation.
hold on, let
You are a
me
thinker. Go ahead, go talk. Oh, my fault.
I was gonna say I'm a thinker and an orator.
All right, all right. So he's the one that tells the story of the warriors, plain and simple. Plain and simple. She a warrior. She's having a conversation that's not gonna match up with him.
But
He's
in
a
order to
thinker. He's
tell
the
the
one to
story
talk to
of a
about certain
warrior,
things.
you gotta understand the warrior.
You say that one more time.
In order to tell the story of the warrior, you gotta understand the warrior.
But you know,
Oh, yo,
but you're
okay,
saying
go ahead.
that off of Black Pill. You're saying that without having any context of my
Mm.
background.
No, I didn't judge you. I
I
asked you a
don't know if you
question.
think. Hold on. I don't
I
know
asked you
if
a
you
question.
think I grew up affluent or if I grew up poor. I don't know what you think
I
about.
didn't think that either. I wasn't
But
thinking either. I wanted you to answer for yourself. That's why I asked. I wasn't judging you.
okay, well I'll let you know. I actually come from a divorced home. I come
Mm-hmm.
from moving from house to house, state to state every 6 months. I come
Mm-hmm.
from an abusive dad, a negligent mother, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like I come from being bullied by my family, being jumped all the time because people was too scared to fight me 1-on-1. I've had guns pulled out on me. I've had death threats, all
Mm-hmm.
that. Like like
Let me ask you
for
this
you to
question.
believe because
Mm-hmm.
I I through my experiences, I let my intellectualism become
Mm-hmm.
higher than my environment because I grew up in Flint, Michigan. You feel me? So that's why I say that's the only reason why I'm saying that it takes a special spirit, it takes a special mentality to get to where me, you, Catalea, Pharaoh, and
Mm-hmm.
everybody else who's been through the mud to be the people that we are right now. And I'm just stating that everybody doesn't have that. That's all.
You're right. And
But I feel like everybody who been through the mud got it.
but hey. But he's a prime example of what he's saying.
I hear you.
Because he doesn't see if he doesn't see. All right, cool. I just want to see if y'all understand this vibration.
But I
Yeah.
don't see myself as a warrior spirit. I just don't. I just keep it real.
You definitely a warrior, Cadillac.
All right, thank you.
Why y'all
Thank
say
you.
I'm a warrior?
Because you just gave your battlefield. What are you talking about? She said, yeah, I just, bullets, yeah, people try, yeah, I knocked them down, right? Pop, pop, pop. You know what I mean? I bust some shots now, let niggas know shit ain't sweet. But only reason what I said is because I try to find everybody's position from my point of view, my perception. You know what I mean? And if I have a broad view of something, I cannot allow people who don't have such a broad view to consistently, I'll say, deter me because I do take in people's thought processes and think of possibilities of how I can have a deterrence. You know what I mean? So in that situation, I understand that part, but you do have to when you go into anything with a thought of success, you have to consistently think of positivity. You know what I mean? And you also got to be aware of possible hindrances. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I may
But
have a jaded view.
And I
You know,
agree
like you're
with you
right. I may
100%.
have a from my own experiences, have a jaded view on the overall mentality of our people. Like that could be it.
We out there.
You know?
We just the age of information. We all connected now, so you got to take into consideration. What was it? Pisces was the age of what? Deception or whatever that we came out of. So we in the age of information. Everything you saying was true. No longer is it. You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And we are in that perfect time with technology to speed up the process now with this particular generation. So whatever we went through is instantly can be changed to a degree, if that makes sense. You understand what I'm saying? I think that's where I kind of understand. I guess I started seeing shit on Instagram and what they call like light bearers and stuff. It's a certain way you got to be built, because when I look at my storyline and I think of how I feel about life, then it seems like my storyline was, I knew this was going to happen. Since I didn't have an instructor when I got here, I lost my way. And then I got it back as I started getting more instructors. You know what I mean? That were reaffirming what I felt inside. You know what I mean?
I think for me, like all the things that I've been through in life is actually the reason why I'm so able to connect with everybody, no matter where they are in life. Because I think I've been to the lowest of the lows, and I've been to the highest of the highs. I've been to where I didn't have a place to sleep, nothing to eat, and that's as a child. And I've been to where I'm hanging out with celebrities at on red carpet events, the award shows, and all of that. Back down to what? Now your girl is nowhere near that anymore. You know what I mean? But I'm content. I'm happy. I think this is the most happiest, and being temporarily without funds than I have ever been in my life, all at the same time. To be honest. You know what I mean? I'm very happy. Very content. No drama.
I got a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Through all that stuff that you went through of not having this and not having that, did you ever come to the conclusion that I was always home when I wasn't even at one? What I mean by that is, I don't have fear, because whether I lose somebody or I don't, it's always me at the end of the day. You understand what I'm saying? If that makes sense.
And I agree with you on that. And yes, I have. This is how I look at life now. This is my analogy that helps me rationalize life. When you see animals, right? When you see the animals, they're outside, they're doing their thing, they're eating, they're not worried about what's gonna happen tomorrow, what's gonna take place later, or whatever. That's really my outlook on life. And I think a lot of people need to start living life that way, because if you have this feeling in your heart that everything's going to get taken care of, because it always does for me.
Right.
Then why worry?
Right. Yeah, I got to that point. That's what makes you fearless, and that what makes you a warrior. So you just defined it. There you go.
Can I tell y'all my little philosophy on life? I always say energy is constant. People come and go, situations come and go. It's all just a moment, so never stay attached to anything. That's my philosophy.
That's the endurance, man. Once you master that shit, you can't be stopped. What the fuck? All this is patience and perception. If you don't have patience and you don't have the perception, you can't manifest that shit. You feel what I'm saying? You're gonna manifest anything else that you give that energy to, for the most part. It's like, this shit is funny. This shit is easy now. You know what I mean? Like, it's easy. You just got to get over certain shit. Oh, you cold now. I'm not cold. You just don't deserve my feelings.
You know, and I agree. Like, and that's why I tell people now, people look at me like I'm crazy when I say this. Yo, when dealing with people, you don't have to deal with toxic people. You choose to deal with them.
Right.
If you see a red flag, abort mission. Do not stick around to put your hand on that hot stove and you see it's hot as hell, but you're gonna put your hand on it to make sure it's burning.
Because
Get away.
people fall in love with potential for real.
For
Not even that
potential.
person, but
I don't listen. If you 20, listen to me. If you 20, if you 19, if you 40, 50, look at people for who they are, for their heart, for who they are right now. Because if you get stuck in potential, you'll get stuck in limbo. Those people will pull you back, yo. They're gonna drain you. They're emotional vampires that were put into your life to pull you back, to take you off of your path. It's a distraction. Don't fall for it.
I got something to say to that.
Brothers, don't fall for these big booty bitches. Ladies, don't fall for these big dick niggas. Leave them alone.
This everything she's talking about, it's like there's supposed to be classes on this shit. That's the real school of life for the most part. And in that situation, what she say that caught my attention? Oh my God. Damn, I had it too when she said it. Oh boy. Anyway, there's just different levels to shit. Once I realized there's different levels in this patience, you know what I mean? I told somebody a lot of shit that's negative in life has to do with a lot of proximity and undisciplined people. Oh, that's what it was. The word discipline. Potential is nothing without discipline. If you recognize his potential, if he does not have discipline, it does not matter. That's just mathematics.
Say it
That's
again.
spiritual
Say it again,
mathematics.
Black Hill.
But it has to be in that order. And also, you got to also realize, since females, and I use females for this point of view, and it
Say
does
it
apply
again.
to other men, other males, as I say, is you can't think what you think of him and where he wants to be or where you see he can be is going to be done in the manner you think it should be done in. You understand what I'm saying? Because here it is, and this also leads to what I wanted to say earlier, and y'all can tell me how y'all feel about this. The woman always says, I want a man to be this, he needs to be that, he needs to be this, you know, and a lot of women want the man to conform to them, or a lot of women want alpha males. This is just my perception. Alpha males do not conform. They bring balance. So
I
you
don't
if you
want my
if you're
man to conform. I need a God.
And that's
if
what I'm
you a
saying.
God, I need you.
But this is how you spot them. Because I'll be watching all these other shows, shit that I would normally not watch. And because I study human behavior and I've always done this. So I'll watch such and such wives, Huntsville, such and such basketball wives, Love and Hip Hop. And I said, all the males on here, majority of them are beta males for the most part outside of their finances or whatever.
You better say it again.
I said they're beta males because one is either they're acting the same as the female, two, they're very passive, and three, they're taken as a joke for the most part. And I said, okay, there you go. It's not saying that they're bad guys, but those are guys that are fit for those particular situations. Women who are dominant in that manner have to get beta males. They cannot deal with an alpha male because an alpha male, there's no such thing as an alpha woman to an alpha male. I mean, you can have a high feminine, and I would never argue with nobody about the terms I just said. How you feel is how you feel. But you can have a high level of femininity that fits that situation. If you don't have that high level of femininity for an alpha, it's not going to work. So if you're an alpha female and that's what you claim, you're not going to be able to deal with an alpha male because he does not bend. He just brings balance. He does not sacrifice his purpose or his character to bend to you. A woman, it doesn't matter if a woman marries you or not. We can use
What happened? He went out. Can y'all hear him?
no, he did go up.
I agree with him. I agree with him 100%.
I'm just over here thinking about alpha and beta and like the origin of that.
I definitely agree, but I don't agree with alpha because I don't agree with the whole alpha beta thing because they both ain't shit if you think about it. You know, that's why if you heard me, I said I need a God. You know what I mean? I understand what his perception of alpha and beta is, but if you actually do the research and the study on the alpha and the beta male, then you begin to understand the level of misconception that is in itself.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Facts.
So, I mean, I'm a strong woman. Yes, I'm a warrior spirit, but trust me, I'm very feminine with my men. Very much so. To the point where sometimes I thought I was being, being too goddamn feminine. I needed the backbone, damn it. I needed a backbone. Now I got it. Now I got a backbone. You niggas ain't putting shit over on me now. God damn it. And you can keep your good dick. Because I don't need it.
Done. You funny as hell.
Cavalier said she not for the games no more.
I'll be all right. I'll be okay. I can please my own self. Go ahead, Black Pill.
I don't know what the fuck I was saying. That shit made me mad as hell. I was like, oh, did everybody freeze? What I was saying. Yeah, you can't have one. They can't have one. Alpha females can't have alpha males. It just don't work like that. They gotta have beta males. I get it. I peeped them because I was like, there's no way a man that is an alpha is going to take that type of energy. It's not gonna work like that. And my whole thing is the world is fucked up. So I'm trying to piece together shit. I am not trying to solve the whole puzzle to shit. It's just get shit done. You know what I mean? So people come with baggage. As long as y'all can mesh your baggage
Is it
well,
froze
and it
or
makes
is
sense.
it just me?
Is it me again?
No, it look weird now.
No, everything's fine over here. Black Pill.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody.
That was his shit.
That
we taking turns for our internet fucking up.
A $10 help and got questioned, but a pint of Henny is $15. Go figure. What? Nobody said nothing about Henny.
And Mastermind, how old are you?
23.
Okay. What are your thoughts on what I've said so far? Just your point of view being the age you are. Just in general. It don't matter what I said so far.
About like the gender roles or what?
Anything when it comes like, all right, I'll say this, right? The solution is build a school, focus on the black males. I'm talking about the hoods. You understand what I'm saying? At the same time as you can't really motivate a lot of people unless you know how to fix their finances. You understand what I'm saying? So like I told her about the options training, I realized with my discipline, I could retire from working next year. You understand? I just learned this shit. You understand what I'm saying? And that shit mathematically, I'm like, damn, I could turn myself into a millionaire within 4 years. Now, if I can teach 10 other black males to do this shit, and I teach other black males, not me personally, but set up a system where they can learn about coding. You start building your own apps and programs, so on and so forth. Even with males that may not be interested in that, having your own discipline, like I would say like, how they had it like ROTC in the school, but it would be more like an adult version outside of, traditional education.
That's interesting.
You feel me? You know what I mean? And incorporating all that shit.
You wanted to replace ROTC with your program?
No, not at all. Not knowing high school. This is I meant that as in like they're in a schooling system that was created specifically for them, and the discipline could be uniforms in the similar disciplines. You understand what I'm saying? Like you're in Air Force, Army, so on and so forth. Similar disciplines. You understand what I'm saying? Because they need discipline. You understand what I'm saying? So incorporating all that stuff, whether it's either martial arts, mixed martial arts, just incorporating all these different things that they naturally don't teach us in one area. And focusing all of that on young black males. Because if you're going to get highlighted and get that God level, which some do when they get into a closed environment, start creating those closed environments for them already. And the money that you're getting the money from is from the system that everybody gets their money from. The insurance company put their money into the stock market. Banks put their money into the stock market. Investors put their money in the stock market. Chase puts their money into the stock market. Apple puts them. You understand what I'm saying? So
what's so crazy is that insurance puts money into insurance.
Right.
Like these niggas is crazy.
Right? They get backed by a bigger company. Right?
Yeah.
So that's crazy, bro. So when it comes to finances, to me, for the most part, I found the pot of gold, because understand how I view this. Picture me going to work, watching everybody go to McDonald's, go to UPS, go to FedEx, go to Apple, go whatever, and I just stand in the middle of the street. Let's just think of some imaginative shit, and I literally make everybody that went to work for me. That's literally what trading is. You understand what I'm saying? And then I just got to buy real estate and own the land. That's how you control the politics when you start having more money and so on and so forth. Having how many houses is being controlled in a particular area. You start controlling your county with decisions because money is being being formed in that environment.
Oh shit! I didn't know that's what the dude in I didn't know that's what the dude in the movie was talking about. Hidden Purpose.
Oh, you seen that shit?
Yeah, but I didn't. You just you just explained the physical manifestation of what he was saying.
Yeah, and that's what I feel like all of us are. We all filters to each other. You understand what I'm saying? Somebody might be teaching it better than somebody else. You understand? And I don't need to focus on the person that don't get it because there's somebody else that get it that can do it better than me getting it to them. You understand what I'm saying? So
Right.
once I realize that connection, it's rinse and repeat. You understand what I'm saying?
Right, but I think you asked me a question and you gotta let me answer. I think the school is definitely dope because for the purpose that you said, and only for the purpose that you said, which is discipline. You know, you're not going to get our approval if you don't use your discipline and you don't do our requirements in order to get your awards. So I think that's dope. You know, I hope you're not going to take it in the Dr. Umar route.
Oh no, my nigga. My goal is to be the opposite because my thing is this, right? We gonna die. I want to be listen. I don't have it in my heart to be that way because I'm even I feel like my journey was to the point where I'm stronger with people around me, but my journey was how you gonna be by yourself. Now you got to get that strong. You ain't gonna have nobody. Fuck that. You understand what I'm saying? So since I got that now, because I like that brotherhood. I know we love that shit. You understand? We love that masculinity. We love that connection with each other. You understand what I'm saying? I see it. That's why we got gangs. You know what I mean? Picture if all the gangs was doing everything legitimate. You understand? What would we have? Wakanda. The fuck?
Wow.
Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong.
I hope that more people have that mindset as you and like start creating different institutions because I also plan on having my own healing center. I don't want to give too much information of what I'm going to be doing, but I'm going to be learning a lot of like I'll give one example like frequency healing.
I feed you. I want to punch him in the shoulder right now. Nigga, I thought the same shit, nigga. I'm on all that shit. Take all that shit back and be like, oh, you know what? I'm tired of being held back by you slow, boring ass niggas, man. I'm sorry. Yes, heal it. I've looked that shit up. That shit, nigga.
Yes. And I'm going to get certified in all these different arts, all these metaphysical arts, and I'm going to have a place where lecturers and teachers can come in and teach and all type. I'm going to have the dopest fucking healing center in the United States. So y'all be on the lookout for that. And I love definitely on that same wave.
Nigga, what? I'm be a private investor for you, man. Like, what you need? We need 3 more of these? Nigga, let's get it, all right?
Hey, what's your IG, bro?
For me, it's Black Pill. It's actually, what is that shit with the line at the bottom? Is that fucking underscore? There we go. It's
the underscore.
Underscore Black Pill underscore I, 2 lowercase i's in the middle, because I'm a Gemini, and then it's an underscore, then it's pill, all lowercase, and another underscore. You'll see my name and say I sign on it or something. I was about to say about something else. Oh yeah, bro, Mastermind. You know why I wouldn't be like Dr. Umar? Because Dr. Umar is not into the stock market, to my knowledge. I don't know his life, and he could be, right? But if you know a source of how to get money, unless you're a greedy soul, you're not gonna do it. It's too. What's the point?
I wouldn't be like Dr. Umar because he ain't shit, but that's just my opinion.
So yeah, it's not. I'm like, that's how you master a man's presence, his ego, his pettiness. I said, if you want to know if a nigga's a thief and they petty, leave some change around. That shit gone. You already know you can't fuck with this nigga.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
feel what I'm saying? This is how I do it. If a female stuck her teeth at me, she don't respect me. You understand?
Facts.
Unless we know each other. And she knows she fucking with me, and I know she fucking with me. And she gonna get it. You understand what I'm saying? Other than that, if she roll her eyes, I'll be watching these shows. Listen, nobody taught me this shit. I learned this shit on my own. I'm very good at cognitive psychology. I read how you say shit, your time, and I'm just like, yo, this shit be corny to me. That's why I like being around people. You know, I'd be like, listen, if we can't do that together, I don't feel like I don't have no reason to complain to you because I have an answer for my problem. You understand? It's nothing for me to relate to unless we relate on getting it, my nigga. Because I don't have no fear. This shit is corny to me. I want to see what I want to walk through man. I want to walk through this motherfucker like a sane version of Ghost. If that makes any fucking sense.
Yeah,
Really?
I definitely got you.
You
Really?
feel me?
That's how you feel?
You feel me? With a mixture of Iron Man. That I love that nigga in that when it comes to that nigga technology and all that. I love technology. That's what most of my investments in. All this disruptive innovation. Listen, you want to have a conversation of connecting poly and all that other stuff. And once you get the money, you get the direction. You're start to about to rhyme. So let me calm down. You get to paint the picture. You know what I mean? Yourself. Because you got too many people out here not to have people on the same vibration. There's people that went through certain shit that have been cultivated to be the right person for you.
That's facts.
You understand what I'm saying? So Catalina, you know what I mean? I just want to let you know you're on the right path. You know, sometimes you get a little antsy. Sometimes I see it in you. You're like, these niggas, they come in groups.
Why you
You
say
know what
I
I mean?
get antsy? I just be telling the truth, man.
Proximity dating don't help. Well, you're not. That's not your area, but yeah, it comes. Yeah,
I don't even be trying to date no more. It just some shit that be happening.
that's why the internet is beautiful. If you know how to read people well, the internet is omnipresent.
It just be stuff that happen. It just be like, you want to go out?
Okay,
Sure.
and you being nice, and you're like, I'm not that super judgmental, but nigga, what you
I'm
do?
judgmental. Like, don't show me your, don't send me dick pics.
I can't believe that. See, but then that lets you know that vibration, and that was good. He did it because the nigga. I'm like, if you gotta send the dick pic, then you obviously have not connected to her on a mental level to know that you can fuck her mind. Bro, why the fuck are you going through all of this shit? Fuck her mind. The body is easy.
And then I have like proper protocol too. Like, I just don't like. I be feeling like sometimes guys be trying to put what they want on me.
Was like what?
Like things that they would like instead of respecting my boundaries.
Is this intimate or just in general?
Just in general, like if I would prefer to get to know you in an out and about situation only because I don't know you, but yet you trying to always have us in an intimate setting where I don't know you that well. So you could do anything to me. Anything.
Oh, I got you.
But you gotta be a wild nigga to send the unsolicited.
No, you come on, nigga. That's seasonal. What you talking about, nigga? What you talking about?
I have never
nigga said it was Tuesday.
thought
anything
to
could happen
send a dick
because
pic.
I've had friends who were in situations where they hung out with a guy, right? For some hours. This is different occasions. And they hung out with this guy for hours. They felt comfortable with them. And the dude wind up getting them in a personal, intimate setting. Not saying they was going to have sex or nothing, just by themselves. And they wind up getting raped.
See, you got to, when you deal with a dude, you got to.
You know, I keep my Glock on me at all times, but I don't want to have to shoot a nigga.
Okay. So, here's the answer to that. You got to deal with a dude that's very sure of himself when it comes to women. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. Like, I can live with you, I can live without you. That has to be understood. And the guy that does that tells you how he feels about things and what he doesn't like. So he's not worrying about you not liking him anymore. Because if he wants to have a real shit with you, he's going to be himself. You know what I mean? So that's pretty much it. Because my thing is, I'm not trying to listen. I can tell if you okay. With me, right? I want to ask y'all a question. Has anybody ever dated anybody for a long period of time, or like months, weeks, and didn't sleep with the person, and then eventually got with them?
Yeah.
Okay, you're a woman. Was that your choice or his choice? Because if it's yours, it don't count.
I've had one where it was his choice and one where it's mine.
Okay, what about you guys? Anybody still listening?
Nope.
No, never did that. I feel you, bro. Next.
Damn. Well, damn, he just get the pussy fast. Hold on.
Listen, that's what I was trying to point because I told a female this. I said, yo, I have never met a female more than 2 times and didn't sleep with her. And I'm not saying that she was a hoe. It's just that I've never done that. You know what I mean? I never waited. The energy was so strong. Something happened, whether I was calm or I was saying some slick shit. I ain't never had that situation. I was like, damn. Because I'm like, if it's taking this long, I know I'm not getting it, and I'm not insinuating shit. Because she'll say something.
But would you be mad if
No, I wouldn't be mad because it wouldn't have got that far.
To get to know you?
Nope.
I got to know she like me, and I got to know there's an energy.
Like you?
I have to feel it. If I feel it and I know it, I can do that, but I've never experienced it.
See, that's the problem.
That friend zone, though.
That'd be my problem with a lot of people, whether it be like, cause you know I'm Spanish and I'm black, so I will date Spanish men and I will date a black man because that's just what I am. Okay, so I'm not gonna be like, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna be just fucking. Even if I like you, I'm not just gonna have sex with you. My genuine feeling is I really want to get to know you. I really want to get to know everything about you. I really want to know what makes you happy. I really want to know what makes you smile. I really want to get to know you. I just don't want to fuck you.
But how do you stop yourself from categorizing that person as just a friend? Because that's an iffy. At least in my life, that's an iffy. When you too nice and you too friendly and you too let's get to know each other, then you get categorized as just a friend. And I don't see you like that. You a brother.
I think that's I'm sorry, I'm jumping in. Hey, Catalina. Hey, everybody. I just jumped in. I think that people are friend zoned that just are friend zoned. I feel like if a person is interested in you, they're gonna get to know you if they want to. Right. I think that also it's different phases too. Like certain phases you go through where you just want to fuck or you just want to do whatever, and then there's certain phases where you in Catalina phase where it's like, you know, I want to get to know somebody. I don't want to be in that phase no more. So I just want to add that.
Yeah,
but you saying that somebody get friends on, it was never gonna get. I really want to get to know somebody, and so guys can misread it like I don't like them. No, I like you. If I did not like you, I would not pick. I'm the type of person I would not pick up the phone and call you at all. Like, and then some people can also tell me what y'all think about this. Have y'all ever dealt with a woman who's very ambitious, right? And so it's not that she's not trying to ignore you. It's just that she's trying to stay focused because she got stuff she want to accomplish and she don't need no distractions. But when she got some time, when she's thinking about you, she might send you a text. I'm thinking about you, or I want to see you. Yeah, I'm dating
What's wrong with that?
I'm dating a guy that's right now that's in school and doing her thing. So there's a lot of the times where I gotta wait till she done doing her shit, and I'm like, okay, she gonna call me when she got time, because you know you don't want to be hindrance to her growth and make her feel like she got to choose between you and her future. So yeah, my goddess right now is like that.
Okay,
I be feeling like guys be misconstruing that for you not being interested, and no, I'm interested. But I don't have all day to be texting you kissy poo poo faces.
Oh my God.
I got stuff that I really am trying, like literally.
I feel like people make time for what they want
to accomplish.
Facts.
That's true.
I'm not saying that I won't make time. I will make time, but I'm not gonna sit here all day.
Okay, it's a balance between that. You can't do that with somebody that doesn't have a purpose of their own. That's one. You understand what I'm saying? You can't do that unless they're good helpmates. And then that means they have to participate in some sort of way. Like me, I'm so focused on what I'm doing that I'll participate in something that she's doing, but I'm not going to sit there and babysit her on that unless it's a learning moment. You know what I mean? Other than that, if she can't deal with that in general, then nah. But if I need attention and the woman I'm dealing with has that type of motivation and she's focused on that, it depends on what we're building. And if what we're building is more important than what she's doing and that's not being discussed, that's something we got to deal with. Because it's like I know me at this point in time, I want attention. You feel me? But I'm going to be on the move. But my thing is, I will make sure or see if your problems need handling before I try to pull you and extract you into my world. But I'm not going to pull myself out of mine and yours to the point where you feel like I need your attention, like, hey, baby, because I don't like that shit either. If it happens for a short period of time, cool, but I don't need your attention on that matter. You know what I mean? Hit me up. My
So
whole thing
like
is
in my instance, right?
mm,
This is where I don't want to let my focus come off track, right? Because I have been in situations or even just talking to somebody and then I begin to shift my energy and give them a lot of attention and a lot of focus. And in doing so, sometimes I neglect certain things that I know I should be doing. You get what I mean? And then also I learned that even with me giving you all of that attention and even if it's just slightly shifting my focus, I'm losing some money. And I know you're not gonna come over here and pay no bills.
Hmm.
You're not about to help me. You know what
that's
I
what it
mean?
is.
So I have to stay focused. Like I have to keep on my grind. I have a 10-year goal and I have to meet that 10-year goal. It's not to say that I'm not trying to be in a relationship. It's not to say that I'm not trying to date. I do make time, but I'm not going to be able to call you 4 times a day. I might call you once a day and talk to you for 2 or 3 hours or maybe an hour. I
You need
might
a
send you
boss
some
too,
text
then.
messages throughout the
Right,
day.
that's a simple with that. That's what she be.
Yeah.
Listen, she can't. She be can't, them low hanging fruits is the problem. You understand what I'm saying? So yeah, she needs somebody that's going to add and that's conducive to where she want to go to the whole. Like, yeah, you know some information. Oh, you can help me in this. Oh, I can help you in this, and then that can probably solidify more time for each other because you're starting to feel comfortable. You're starting to feel like I don't have to worry about these things because those are my main goals anyway at this time. Just like you said, where are you at when I need this or need that? So yes, a man is going to incorporate his financial thought process with yours. You know what I mean? And that's what you need. That's it. That shit easy. It's just that
Oh,
it's not regular. Like, oh, you know what I mean? It's just not normal. It's not because the black community is not focused on intelligence, so it's not easy to find that pickings to a degree. It's a combination of stuff.
I think for me right now,
Damn, he just said the
I'm
black
focused.
community ain't focused on intelligence.
For
It's
real
true
shit.
He
though.
wild for that.
We
It's a
sound like
lot of that's not
monkeys.
though.
What he said, we sound like what?
we're
Monkeys.
definitely not
I
focused on
I would
intelligence.
have to agree with him.
It's
I'm
not
not saying that
highlighted.
I'm not saying that it's
Oh,
people who are not. That's not true. But let's be honest. Everything is super fast. People really you're different, Nick, because you actually have this and I brag on you all the time. You have this innate ability to go digging and looking and seeing and looking at things for what they really is versus what they're not. You have that ability, and that's where your intelligence comes in and your critical thinking skills. But it's not a lot of people who possess that. It's not a lot of people who wanna be who focus on intelligence, who focus on being smart. They're focused on shaking
But
their
I don't think
ass.
that's a black thing though. There's people who are critical thinkers who are white, and then there's people who aren't.
But
Like
I
I
meant,
think that that's like a human thing.
Saying he's saying that's just a solely black thing. He's just speaking on our community.
yeah, I only care about our community currently.
All
That's
You
it.
know,
But
I
you're
don't
right.
think
You're right,
he's
Nikki. Oh,
yeah, I don't
I'm
think
saying it
he's
right.
talking about like,
but
versing it towards this or that race. But I think he's just basically just speaking on what's going on with our people right now. Not saying it's a black or white thing.
is it more celebrated though
Yeah.
in the community of being smart? Because I don't think so.
No,
I
no,
think that
no.
you literally get clowned and laughed at when you're intelligent, and it's different between like okay in stereotypical high school. it might be a football player picking on the little nerd. That's different than our whole entire community thinking that intelligence is something to laugh at and laugh about. Oh, he think he's smart. Oh, he think he fight. Oh, you know, no other race does that but us.
I ain't gonna lie. I hear what he's saying. I ain't gonna. I've never had that experience. I've been around intelligent brothers. I think we just there's levels. He's right on levels. There's people that fit that level, and then there's a level where lack of funds. Because sometimes we don't even have to have the discussion. We just need the funds. So it's acknowledging the different levels of stuff. You know what I mean? Like I said, who asked you? I agree with you. I agree with Catalia. It's all different levels. Those are groups of people we're talking about. You know what I mean? And once we know how to deal with each group, then we can fundamentally move as a whole, if that makes sense. You understand what I'm saying? Because you can't get
Hot
everybody on the third
Cheetos.
floor at the same time, if that makes
Listen,
sense.
our people focus on this is our unholy trinity: hot Cheetos, twerking, and LeBron. That's what our community is focused on. Anything outside of that, it's lame. It's stupid. It's why would you do? That's what we focus on: hot Cheetos, twerking, and LeBron James and his
But you know
stats.
what? This
Make it sound a little bit more like in depth, though. For me, my biggest problem with the black community is poison. The fact that poison is not looked at as poison. The fact that crack is looked at like a flower, like something that's going to help our community grow. A tree helps us breathe. Crack helps us breathe. Poison is okay. That's my biggest thing.
Like those Papa Perk lyrics all the time.
I mean, but you got to think about like this too. I agree with you, but also just the simple things in our life right now poisons us.
Mm-hmm.
Your body wash is a poison, and you don't know it. It causes cancer, has cancer causing agents. Not all of it, but most of it. Your foods, genetically modified, processed, all kind of things. Even now, I'm finding like, ooh, let me go vegan. Well, now they're finding ways to fuck up our vegan food. So it's like, what you gonna do? So me, what I've learned how to do, what I trained myself to do, that's why I look so amazingly young and gorgeous for 40. Let me stop. But no, what I started doing is I literally probably eat once a day, and in between those times, drink lots of water and snack on raw fruits and raw vegetables all day. I eat one good meal.
Anybody ever been so motivated that they forgot to eat?
Yes, all
yes,
the time.
I have.
do it.
Right? You have to make yourself. You're like, I ain't even hungry though. Like I ain't even hungry though.
But that's that can be a good thing though. Just
Facts.
to let you know.
Facts.
Because your body is fasting and you're not putting all those poisons and toxins in your body that the food has.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Just like when you're sick and you be not wanting to eat for a couple of days and you start to feel better.
Right.
Yeah, I was doing like a 2-week vendor run, and I swear I barely ate, and I didn't think about food or nothing. It didn't even cross my mind because I
Well,
was
I'm going on a whole diet right now, y'all. I gotta get rid of this thing. This my COVID belly.
Well, you see, my face is only in the camera. I ain't even about to pan down.
Lord, I gotta get rid of that. But anyway, y'all, your girl getting tired. We've been on here for 2 hours and 28 minutes. And I would like to thank everybody for coming. This was a wonderful topic. Thank you to the brothers for showing up. Thank you, Neek, for showing up. Because, girl, we definitely needed some feminine energy over here.
I came late. I seen it late, but I'll catch you next time, girl.
Girl, yeah. We got to have some more of these discussions. I love sitting here just vibing and talking with y'all. We got to do this again.
Definitely.
But,
yeah, for sure.
But I'm about to be out. Y'all, I'm tired. I will talk to y'all later. I got to get up early and go to work in the morning. Thank you, everybody.
Amazing.
Everybody, thank you guys for showing up. Bye.
Peace.